Lately I've been noticing mostly that chakras. Of course, people sometimes miss the point, realizing that they say it out loud, but I guess they never really understand what they mean when they say it. But chakras are energy centers, energy points. They're points where energy should be at always, or where most of your energy comes from. Basically, to activate any chakra center, even the main ones, mostly the main ones, if you wanted to activate those, you have to have the smaller ones activated to get the full, maximum energy for the main chakras. Now, a lot of times people got all these mystical, unknown ways to activate chakra centers when it's really just basically playing with the center. Just find out what that center is and play with it. Move it around, flex it, stretch it, and unstretch it. Open, close, open, close. That's all it is. Open, close. Open, close, open, close. Flex, 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 flex. You got the brow chakra, flex, flex, flex. Left, up, down, like that. Just move it around. Play with it. Do this with your hand. The point mostly is getting energy there, which is blood and air and oxygen, all that stuff. That's what you want to those center points. For it to breathe, open, close, you have to get some blood and some oxygen there and some water or anything like that right in that space. Because if you don't, it's going to be dormant. So, moving it around, flexing it and shit, sending blood there. So you're sending blood there so that your midbrain notice, like, oh, this part needs to be active and this piece needs to be alive. And why? And if it's dormant, your brain might be thinking like, damn, I haven't used this part of the body in a while. Let me send some blood there. And the more you do it, the more natural it becomes. And it'll start doing most of that on its own. It becomes a muscle. Like for the brow chakra, it becomes a muscle. And it'll naturally, do what it need to do. I know you may see in a lot of anime or anime cartoons where they have faces like this and noses like that, and some of them do see the lines or whatever because they activating the chakra centers. You got the brow chakra and your throat, all that stuff. Like they moving, they getting them strong. It's a muscle right there. That's why it look like that. It's not because they mad. It can be because that's what it is. But when they're not mad, you even you will still see some eyebrows still looking arched because they have energy there. They have muscle there. People have arched eyebrows because there's naturally arched eyebrows because it's a muscle. It had nothing to do with the hair itself. It's the muscle under the hair or over the hair or around the hair or, So a lot of times people lose their dimples or their nice smile or their nose not get bigger or their eyes get weaker because they don't have any muscle. Your heart get weaker because they're not strengthening it by loving. Root chakra is not strong because you're not taking care of your body. You're not activating. You're not doing anything to activate these centers or even the small little points. You have to activate these things. One of the ones that's really important is your hand chakras. Get them active. You might have dormant fingers that can't do anything. They can move, but you have to realize red is the color for root chakra. For the root chakra. Now, I know for the code, some people rub their hands together or they move their hands like this, or they just get to put their fingers in their pocket. Well, in order to keep your hand, or they wear gloves. But you can do it without all those things. You can do it without gloves or putting them in your pocket. Rubbing your hands together and moving them around is putting heat on your hands, in your hands, and bringing blood to the surface. If you can get your hands to be red through moving them around and playing with them and putting force on them, like a survival for like the root chakra. It's survival. It's gonna be red because it's showing you, like the root chakra, showing you the color. It's a survival tactic. Redness represents the blood, and it represents heat and power and strength. So if you got red hands from moving around, it's going to be warm, regardless of what anyone thinks or what anyone tells you. But if it becomes red from the cold, that's external redness. But if it becomes red from the inside, which is from you, when you moving your hand around and forcing it together like this, the right way. This is, some people close their fists like this, or they do it in weird ways. But tighten it up, give it some power, force some strength there. Get your hands hot. Rubbing your hands together is friction. Get them all hot and heated. That's how you can get warmer hands. Keep your hands warm. And when you activate your hand chakras, they stay warm. Even in the hottest, even in the coldest weathers. Practice on playing with these centers and these points. Give it some time, and it's going to adapt on its own. And most of the time, you're just going to have to keep checking on them just to see if it's still activated. You'll notice that it's not when stuff starts going wrong for you, when you lose all the synchronicities that you usually have. So basically, just play with it. See if you can get some blood there. See if you can get it active. See if it starts doing stuff that you're not used to. I was told from a guy with expanded consciousness about your ears. Some may have already passed this point where they listen to earphones and because they're so loud in their ears, the loudness does not affect their ears anymore. Where they just loud and they cool with it being loud and doesn't hurt their ears, or when they take the earphones out, it don't ring anymore. You notice if you haven't been playing with it loud and you start playing them loud, and when you take them out after long periods, they'll be ringing. That means you're damaging your ears. My ears used to do it all the time. I didn't notice, and now that I've been reactivating my energy centers in my ears, certain things next to my ears, I feel a feeling telling me to remove it from my face or my ears so that they stop hurting. It's like an aching feeling. And the way I did that is just what I did. You see my ear? I just play with it. Like I said, play with it. Give it some energy, Do it a couple times until you get bored, Not even until you get bored. Just keep doing it. And after a while, your ears will start doing stuff that you never even really think. Like, you will have muscle there. You can move them up and down without touching them, Like for instance, I put a phone next to my ear. And if it's there long, it's going to start hurting. It's going to start aching. But if I remove the phone from my ear, it'll go away. Instantly. It doesn't hurt anymore. Just like the earphones. If it's too loud, to do the same thing. If I turn it down, it'll go away. Or if the earphones is sitting in my ears too long, it'll start hurting. But then it'll go away. This is the warning that I probably used to, that I know I used to ignore all the time. But now that I've been, massaging my ears and just playing with the energy center, it's been giving me these warnings, and now I actually know what they mean. Same with the eyes. People used to stare at screens for a long time and they get dry, and you stop blinking, and then you notice you should have known that was the warning telling you that you was doing this too long. You get body warnings, pictures into the body, you get warnings all the time. Get more in tune with your body, and you will start noticing these warnings. You the key to everything. Pay attention to the body. Peace out.